Heading into his fourth season at the age of 23, Warriors fans seem very divided on Brandin Podziemski. It seems like you believe in him or love hating on him. Just hopping on X.com, it's not hard to find users clowning him and other users trying to defend him in the comments. Much of this hate has been garnered through Pods' outspoken demeanor, as a lot of the stuff he says can come off as cocky. The most popular example includes the high expectations Pods set for himself early on in the year. During training camp of last season, when asked if he wants to be as great as Steph Curry, he responded, "I want to be better than him. I think that's a tall task, but I want to maximize my talent in the league and get as much out of it as I can." With those levels of aspirations, it's understandable to see fans turn on him when he didn't take the leap that many fans expected him to take last season. Pods eventually addressed the comment in the Warriors' end of season interview, saying that, "I know I'm not going to be better than Steph. He's the only person that can be Steph. And so for me, it's just having that confidence, but understanding that I'm trying to be the best version of Brandin Podziemski that I can be." Even with him saying that, the original quote he said has essentially locked him into an unfair narrative, the idea that he's Curry's replacement when he retires. Let's face it, is he going to be better than Curry? Absolutely not. But if we lower the expectations for him and take him as a player he is at face value, he's not meant to be a superstar, but I absolutely think he has the tools and work ethic to be a solid piece of this franchise's future. After a slow start to last season, Pods turned it up in the closing months during March and April, as he got many more opportunities due to the injuries from Curry, Butler, and Moody. Especially with Curry sidelined with his right knee injury, we were able to see Pods in the starting lineup and play with the ball more in his hands. From February 25th to the end of the season, Pods averaged 17.8 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game on 46% shooting and 38% from 3, which were all increases from the start of the season. His scoring took a decent jump, as in 11 of the last 24 games he scored 20 plus points. Even though the team went 6 of 16 in that stretch, I think individually for Pods, there's a lot of positives to build off of. Some individual game performances worth highlighting include his performance against the Rockets on March 5th, which Pods finished with 26 points, 7 of which that came in overtime, which helped guide the Warriors to a 2-point victory. In that game, Pods took advantage of the Rockets' poor switching, and he took advantage of the bigger man guarding him. He ended up playing 40 minutes, as well as grabbing 5 offensive rebounds. Another great performance Podziemski had was against the Nuggets on February 22nd, in which he had a stellar fourth quarter, dropping 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists in the last 12 minutes, contributing to a 9-point win. He was definitely in his bag in the final quarter, hitting threes, knocking down a floater to beat the shot clock, hitting an off the dribble midi, and scoring off an offensive rebound. Pods finished the game with 15 total rebounds, and although he shot just 7 for 16, he hit his last 7 shots and went a perfect 6 for 6 in the fourth. Lastly, I have to mention Pods' 30-point game against the Kings on April 10th, as fans on social media were making a big deal that it took this long for him to finally score 30 points in an NBA game. This whole situation was sparked by the Podziemski fan page that posted back in 2024 that they will not post until Pods scores 30 points in a game, and finally, a year and a half later, the page finally tweeted and the post blew up. In this game, Podziemski shot 60% from the field and went to the line 10 times, converting 9 of his free throw attempts. I wouldn't even say it was that crazy of a game for him, since it was against the Kings, the worst team in the league, and the Warriors ended up losing anyway, 124 to 118, but I thought it was still worth mentioning. Now that we're up to date with all the Pods business, I wanted to use the rest of this video, just like the Guy Santos video, to analyze the strengths and weaknesses of Podziemski's game, looking at areas of improvement, and then decide where he fits in with the Warriors' future. With that being said, let's get right into it. To start off, the most impressive part of Podziemski's game is his craftiness. We know he's not the most athletic player on the floor, and he's neither big nor fast compared to these other guards that can leap out the building, but he will find ways to score and attack the paint by other means. This usually consists of a wide variety of moves, including step-arounds, side steps, shot fakes, floaters, scoops, pivots, and of course, his deceleration step. He's shown how effective his deceleration move is, where he'll fake going up while keeping his foot down, waiting to get his defender up in the air, which gives Brandin the ability to get a shot off over bigger defenders. Also, there are many times where he'll pick up his dribble and it looks like he's stuck, and then he'll use his pivot foot to step through and give himself a good percentage look at the basket. Furthermore, he has also had plenty of plays where he'll hit a tough floater through contact. Through most of these moves, Pods' patience rewards him, as he's never too quick to get a shot off and waits for the less disciplined defender to bite. In order to open up more opportunity to attack the paint, another area that sticks out from Podziemski's game, and one that I think has potential to become even better, is his 3-point shooting and shot creation. This year, Podziemski had a career-high 5 3-point attempts per game, and he showed that he's very capable of knocking them down in many different ways, including catch and shoot, from the corner, through step backs, from deep, and pull-ups. I believe that if he can knock down his pull-up jumpers at a consistent rate, or improve his pull-up 3 as well as someone like Fred VanVleet, I see no reason why Pods can't be a 17 plus point per game scorer next season. Furthermore, Pods' three-point range is quite deep than what people give him credit for, as he can knock down threes from deep. I'm talking from downtown. I really think that improving and making his three-point shot more consistent is the next step in advancing his game, and I believe that his attempts will go up next season. Fortunately, in his end-of-season interview, Pods mentioned the need to increase both his three-point attempts and drives, saying, "If you look at things from a whole, guys who take leaps or take the next step, the two common factors are the three-point attempts go up and their drives to the rim go up. And naturally with that, you get fouled more, you get to the free throw line, which makes you more efficient." Considering the emphasis on driving to the paint, perhaps we see Podziemski put on some weight this offseason. Also, if his goal is to get to the free throw line more often, he'll have to improve his free throw percentage, as he shot only 79% last season, which is a career high, but is still fairly low for a guard like him. Moving on, another strong facet of Pods' game is his overall hustle. This year, Pods was once again top 4 in the Charge's drawn list for the third consecutive year, initiating 23 of them. He also showcased his availability throughout the whole season, being one of 18 players to play all 82 games. As we already know, Pods is one of the hardest playing players in the league, and you'll always get effort when he's on the court. Lastly, Pods also does a great job of taking care of the ball, as he only averaged 1.6 turnovers per game. Looking towards areas of improvement, I don't think there's any crazy weaknesses towards his game, but I do think consistency is the number one thing for him. He'll have games where he'll start off strong in the first half, and then only score 2 points in the second half. Also, he'll have games where he doesn't score until the third quarter. So that'll be a challenge for him to stay involved offensively more consistently throughout the entirety of the game. Also, it's crucial that he has a strong start to the season, because the last 2 seasons he has started off slow, and then it takes till the second half of the season for him to pick it back up. Looking towards next season, with Butler and Moody still expected to miss a significant amount of time, Pods will most likely continue his run in the starting lineup. He has proven that he can play as a good complementary player to Steph, and hopefully by starting, he'll have a better chance of having a good start to the season. This year is a very big year for Pods, as next year he hits restricted free agency if a contract extension isn't agreed upon. The possibility of a contract extension still has a high chance to happen, but so far nothing has happened yet. I've heard sources say that Pods is looking to get around $18 to $24 million yearly, and I think that's a decent ask. It's much more reasonable than what Kuminga was asking, and I think with the Pods case, he fits in much more with the team's system. For next season, my season stats prediction for Pods is 15.8 points, 6 rebounds, and 3.9 assists per game on 45% shooting and 36% from 3. Do I think that this is a leap year for Pods? Not exactly, but I think it's a step in the right direction. Once again, like I stated earlier in my video, I don't think Pods is going to be a superstar or has all NBA level type talent, but he's going to be a solid complementary player to star players as a third or fourth option. And that's okay. The NBA runs on role players, and Pods is a very valuable type of player to have on your team. Also, he's only 23 years of age and entering his 4th season, which for some reason a lot of NBA fans and organizations believe is already the age to give up on a player if he hasn't yet turned into a star, which is dumb. There's a place for Pods in this league, and I think he's going to do just fine. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. What did you think of my analysis on Brandin Podziemski? What are your predictions for him this upcoming season? Once again, thanks for watching, and go Warriors.